Hi, Uche. We're glad to have you today on our podcast at Seamless.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit more about you, who you are?
Okay. My name is Uche Ugbor. I'm the founder. I'm the founder of Act Technologies Group. Act Technologies Group is a company that originally came from Nigeria. We provide services to the banks. We provide digital services to the banks that enable them to provide service to their own customers. So in this line of ATMs, we supply ATMs and maintain ATMs for the banks. We sell and supply POSs, and then we personalize cards as well. So in a nutshell, we enable the banks to enable you have your money whenever you want it.
Okay. And is there any focus on any specific market? Or are you across the whole Africa, or mainly Nigeria? Or are you also active in Middle East?
No, as of now, we're not active in Middle East. We will eventually. We are focused across Africa. We are currently operating in 11 African countries, which are Nigeria, Ghana, Benin, Congo, Liberia, Senegal, Gambia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ivory Coast, a couple of them, and I think Kenya. All right, so we started from Nigeria, and then we expanded when we have operated in Nigeria for a good number of years. Then we started expanding and started giving our services across to other countries.
How did you start that?
What we started as?
How did you start that?
Okay, so I was a banker. I worked in a bank for a time. Then I left my country. I went to England for studies. So after my master's, I decided I wasn't going to go back to the banking job I was doing. I wasn't going to go back to paid employment. That I wanted to start something. I wanted to provide services and be able to provide, I would say, provide services to my country. Okay, and I left England and I went back to Nigeria. And I set up Act Technologies. And that was in 2010/2011. And since then, I've been very consistent in that business, which is focusing on providing digital services, right? Digital support services to the banks that enables the banks to provide the banking services to their customers.
How was it to get started? Because in the beginning, I guess it's a bit complicated.
Very, yes, complicated.
I'm myself not African, so it can be also complicated back home. So tell us more
I will
about
explain.
the challenges
First of all, is that I had the willpower, I had the conviction that after my studies, that whatever I decide to do, I was going to make a profit out of it. Now, it was a decision of where do I want to operate, which industry do I want to play. And when I decided the banking industry, because that's an industry I have known, I have worked there for a very long time, I felt it was an environment that at least I'm familiar with. Okay, but then it is a very difficult time starting, especially when you have got no much money to back you up, and when you also you don't have, will I say, reference that you could use. So, for instance, today we're working to the banks today and they know us at Technologies because of the services we render. But 15 years ago, or will I say 14, 13 years ago, it wasn't like that. And so the banks were very careful to deal with us. Some of them wouldn't even give you opportunity to pitch any of your products to them. But we were consistent. We were sure that the services we intend to provide was going to solve a problem. We were consistent in, continuing our marketing and the vision that we created as far back as that 2010. Okay, we continued on that till date. Difficult in the sense that it's not the area you expect that you'll get your first break that you eventually get it in business.
Had to do a couple of pivots.
Yes. So we did a lot of things. Today we would say, yes, we're a fintech company. But then we were ready to do anything that could make us penetrate the banks. Anything that was focused on servicing the bank, because we chose an industry to play in from that time. We started from selling ATM parts to maintaining ATMs. So today we assemble ATMs. Today we are able to provide assembly for card personalization printers, and a whole lot of things that we're able to do today. But that is because we were very consistent. the vision was very clear. All right, and the mission through which we will achieve the vision was also very clear to us. So we kept on following that and kept on following that, and we were so good to have attracted and hired some very good people, because to be able to deliver in the in financial industry, you have to know what you're doing, because it's an industry that you're dealing with people that are aware of expectations. They know
How
what they
many
get.
people do you have on your team?
On my team right now, globally, we are about 112 globally. Majority of them are based in Nigeria, and majority of our engineers are in the field. All right, so we are, the big part of our business is maintaining equipment. Okay, so be it ATM, be it card printers, be it POS. Or even the inverters, the power solutions that help to run the ATM. So majority of my staff are in the field,
Okay.
right?
And how do you deal with fraud? Are you facing that?
Well, we don't deal directly with depositors. We don't deal directly with the banking public. We deal with the banks, okay, who now deal with the banking public. Okay.
So you provide technically your hardware. To the
Yes,
bank for the ATM,
hardware and software.
Okay.
Technically, yes.
But you also print the cards.
Yes. So it is the data, the information that is given to us by the banks that our printers print. So we are not a processor, right? We simply print what the banks have access to do using our print solutions. So the area that truly has a lot to do with fraud, has to do with processing or maybe data preparation and things that has to do with PCI DSS, all right? But for ours, it's not really PCI DSS. I'm talking about some of my operations. But there are also areas where we have what we call central issuance, okay? In those areas, yes, we have to deal with those things and we manage the fraud. We have a very good fraud detection and mitigation policy in the system, and we have been able to put in place a lot of cybersecurity measures in place to ensure that we do not fall into the hand of the fraudsters.
And on a monthly basis, how many people, how many individuals use your services? All your
At this
different
point,
services?
I would say you would want to say like how many banks.
No, I'm talking about how many individuals through the banks which are using your solutions.
We're talking about millions. It's in millions. All right. I'll give you an example. For instance, in Nigeria, you can say we are more than maybe like 240 million people. And if we take, for instance, 50% of us are banking public, we'll be looking at 120. So, and we work with like 70% of the Nigerian banks. So from the Nigerian population alone, we're talking about millions. And then when you look at the other subsidiaries that we have in Ghana, in Liberia, Senegal, Congo, then we are talking about quite a number of people that use our solution across Africa.
So what did you find to come here at Seamless, and how did you find the event Seamless? Is it your first experience here? Or
No, that's not my first experience. I have been attending Seamless and Joytex here in Dubai since 2017, even before the corona. So I'm actually a regular in this event. Here you find the industry leaders. Here you find the upcomers. And, when you're in the technology world, 6 months is too far for it to become obsolete. Any new technology by 6 months, something else is coming up. So you have to keep up to the environment where you bring all these providers together. And that's actually what brings me here. And just like I do here, I also do the ones that we do in France, which has to do with cards, and the one in Vegas and different countries of the world.
Was it a successful trip?
Very successful trip. I've had some very fantastic meetings. I have met a lot of people that we have been talking and having meetings online. We've met face to face. So, and you never can take out the effect of face to face meetings. So a very successful trip for me. So as I continue on my journey, I will consider this as one of the good places I've been.
Do you have a message for those you didn't manage to meet? Like if you had to.
Yes. We're still true to the promises we have made. We are still doing all we have said we're going to do. Even though we are not able to see, but we'll continue to see online and in other conferences across the world. It is still Act Technology, which is a company that's designed to deliver services, deliver value through technology. That's our vision. And so we want to deliver value to all our clients, wherever they are. And today we serve clients all over the globe.
One last question.
Good.
What is your next step? What is the
Next step will be to consolidate on the gains we have gotten across Africa and to expand to Middle East and Europe. It's already in the program to extend to here in the Middle East. And we're looking at doing that and doing it very soon.
If I may ask, last questions.
Okay.
If you can answer, obviously, what is the turnover of this type of business?
Turnover
Yes.
of the business. It's millions of dollars, of course. It's millions of dollars, yeah.
Congratulations for
Thank you so
building
much.
that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for stopping and sharing that with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And a big pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.